What if your biggest block to manifesting is the way you keep trying to manifest? Did you know your brain repeats 95% of yesterday's thoughts, even if they silently sabotage tomorrow? Neuroscientists at Stanford and Harvard found these loops create an invisible web, shaping what you attract without you noticing. It's not your thoughts, your worth, or your effort. It's your unconscious loyalty to the old self. This may sting, but it's the medicine that frees you from looping timelines forever. Imagine your mind like a forest trail. The more you walk the same path, the deeper it grows. But what if you could step off that path into new ground? Stay close, because in the invisible architect of reality, you'll discover how to build new trails toward the life waiting for you. What if the reality you're living right now is not built by your conscious thoughts, but by the hidden echoes your body keeps repeating? This is the heart of the invisible architect of reality. You can stand in front of your mirror each morning, chanting affirmations of abundance, but if your stomach knots with doubt or your chest locks up in fear, that tension becomes your true signal. Imagine a tuning fork, strike it gently, and any other fork tuned to the same frequency will hum back, no matter how far away. You are that tuning fork. Bruce Lipton's research and HeartMath studies reveal that your heart's electromagnetic field is up to 60 times stronger than your brain's electrical output and can be detected up to 3 feet away. So the people you meet, the opportunities you attract, the coincidences that line up, they're all responding to your invisible broadcast, not just your polished words. Think about the double-slit experiment in quantum physics. Particles behave like waves of pure potential until an observer watches. Then, in an instant, the wave collapses into one reality. It's called the observer effect. And here's the twist. Your perception is the observer. But more than that, your nervous system, your subconscious reactions, even your unspoken memories act as constant observers, collapsing the same reality over and over again. Did you know that studies from Stanford show up to 95% of your daily choices come from these unconscious loops? That's why you can want a new life with all your heart, yet keep finding yourself back in old patterns. So what can you do? Imagine your thoughts like leaves in the wind. They rustle, they change shape, but it's the soil beneath that determines what really grows. Your vibration is that soil. If it's dry with old fear, resentment, or guilt, new seeds of possibility can't take root for long. It's not about forcing more positive thoughts. It's about tending the soil, the body, the breath, the heart. Feel your body right now. Take a breath and notice. Is there a tight place you always ignore? What is it whispering when you're quiet enough to listen? Your body broadcasts what you hide from yourself. Maybe that sounds scary, but what if it's actually your greatest gift? Because what you can feel, you can heal. The observer effect means you can become a new observer, one who watches with curiosity instead of judgment, who softens old armor and invites a new frequency in. Imagine your chest as a doorway. Each time you choose to breathe softer, to feel instead of flee, you shift the signal that shapes your world. What do you think? Can you sense what you've been broadcasting without knowing? Tell me in the comments what's one hidden feeling you're ready to meet. Stay here with me, because in the next part, the secret loop, the old self keeps you safe. You'll discover why your body holds on so tightly to old patterns, and how understanding this can unlock the freedom you've been craving for so long. Have you ever wondered why? Just when you're about to step into something bigger, a new job, a deeper love, a version of yourself that feels expansive, you suddenly pull back or watch it slip through your fingers. This is the secret loop. The old self keeps you safe. You think you're sabotaging your dreams. You're not. Your nervous system is protecting you. Imagine a child learning to swim. Each time they drift too far from the edge, fear yanks them back, even if the deeper water could carry them to freedom. That's how your old self works. It clings to what feels familiar, even if the familiar is limiting or painful. Take Maya, for example. She spent years visualizing abundance, scripting, doing everything right. One day, she finally landed her dream client, the deal that would double her income overnight. But instead of celebrating, she felt a strange heaviness in her chest. Her sleep became restless. Her mind found reasons to delay signing the contract. Within a week, the deal fell through. Maya blamed her lack of discipline, but in truth, her body wasn't sabotaging her. It was protecting her from the unfamiliar. According to polyvagal theory, our nervous system is wired to scan for cues of safety or threat, even before our conscious mind understands them. When growth feels too big, too different from our baseline, the subconscious hits the brakes to keep us safe. It's not logic, it's biology. Your old self is like a loyal guard dog, barking at every new door you try to open. And sometimes, that guard dog is barking at the wrong shadows. Eli, a single father I once met, dreamed for years of leaving his corporate job to open a healing studio. He saved money, built a plan, and told everyone he was ready. But every time an investor showed interest, he felt a wave of nausea, a subtle panic that said, "You're not ready. It's too risky." That panic wasn't sabotage. It was survival. His nervous system had spent decades equating stability with a paycheck, not purpose. So each time expansion came close, the old self looped him right back to the known. Where do you still feel unsafe receiving? Feel into your own life for a moment. Is there a place you keep circling back to? A limit you can't seem to cross, no matter how hard you push? Research at the University of Wisconsin shows that the body holds emotional set points, like invisible fences that pull you back into old vibrational territory when you drift too far. This is not your fault. It's the genius of the human system. The same system that once helped our ancestors survive by staying close to the tribe, avoiding the unknown forest at night. But you're not living in the forest anymore. Your threats are internal. So what would happen if you could sit with that guard dog, stroke its fur and whisper, "Thank you, but I'm safe now"? The real magic isn't forcing the old self to disappear. It's building safety inside your body so the old loops lose their power. Imagine your ribcage as a doorway. Each breath you take with awareness tells your nervous system a new story. We can handle more. We can expand without danger. You don't need to fight the loop. You need to soothe it. What do you think? Have you noticed this secret loop in your own life? Share it with me in the comments. Your story might help someone else see their own pattern. Stay close, because next, in Debunking Performance Coherence, we'll explore why pretending to feel aligned doesn't work and how true coherence is something your body can't fake. Have you ever stood in front of the mirror, repeating words that tasted like hope but felt like a lie? This is the heart of Debunking Performance Coherence. The field is not fooled by your performance, only your coherence. You can recite affirmations 1,000 times, but if your body trembles with doubt underneath, the quantum field tunes into the trembling, not the script. Think of it like this. You can wear the costume of a confident hero, but if your heartbeat is racing with fear, that frequency leaks out before you even speak. Bruce Lipton's research on epigenetics makes this clear. Your beliefs shape your biology, and your biology broadcasts your frequency into the world. So it's not enough to act as if. You must become the one who already is. I'll be honest, I've been there too. Years ago, I was the queen of fake it till you make it. I read every self-help book, filled journals with mantras like, "I am abundant, I am free, I am safe to receive." But each time a new opportunity showed up, a raise, a relationship, a chance to be seen, my stomach clenched. My voice trembled when I said yes. Deep down, I was saying, "I'm not ready." And the field listened to that. How many times have you done the same? How many times did you whisper, "I am abundant," but felt panic in your chest? Be honest, you're not alone. The truth is, the human body is a more honest messenger than our mind. Heart math studies show your heart's electromagnetic field is 60 times stronger than your brain's electrical signals and can be measured up to 3 feet beyond your body. It's like an energetic broadcast tower, constantly sending signals of coherence or static to everyone and everything around you. If your thoughts say, "I trust," but your shoulders stay tight, your field hums distrust. The quantum field, this invisible ocean of possibility, doesn't reward empty declarations. It responds to the coherence of your entire being. So what does real coherence look like? Imagine standing in a forest after rain. Everything feels still, alive, tuned. Real coherence feels like that inside you, no argument between your mind and body, no fight between your words and your heartbeat. It's not performance. It's a deep, felt sense that, I am already this. You don't have to convince yourself. You remember it. The tuning fork hums because it's already that note. Bruce Lipton's work reminds us that our beliefs can switch genes on or off, shaping our hormones, our posture, our nervous system, the very soil that new reality grows in. So the next time you catch yourself performing alignment, pause, breathe, feel your feet on the ground. Notice where your body says no, where it says maybe, where it says yes. Coherence starts with honesty. What do you think? Have you been layering positivity on top of fear? Share your truth in the comments. Your honesty might be the key someone else needs to drop the mask to. Remember, the quantum field reflects not the words you say, but the vibration you live. You can't trick it, but you can trust it to respond when every part of you aligns like a tuning fork humming one clear note. Stay close, because in our next chapter, the quantum field, a living mirror, we'll go deeper into how this field listens and why your true frequency is always creating your next reality. If this journey is already stirring something inside you, take a moment now, like this video, share it with someone who needs this gentle reminder, and let's expand this field of awareness together. Now, breathe with me as we step deeper into the quantum field, a living mirror. Have you ever wondered why some moments feel like the universe is whispering straight to you? A chance meeting, a song that plays right when you need it, a door that opens just as another one closes. This is not coincidence. This is vibration meeting vibration. The quantum field works like an endless ocean of rippling signals, reflecting back not what you wish for, but what you are. Your vibration is your signal, and the field, like a mirror made of waves, sends it right back. Think of the countless studies on non-local consciousness, like the famous experiments at Princeton's Peer Lab, which show our thoughts and emotions can influence matter even at a distance. That uncanny synchronicity you felt? It's your broadcast finding a match. But here's the twist that can change everything. You are not creating from scratch. You are entangled with infinite versions of you that already exist in this field. Quantum entanglement, proven by Einstein and countless experiments since, reveals that particles remain linked no matter how far apart they are. Imagine that. There is a version of you who already lives the peace, the love, the abundance you crave. Your job is not to force it into being. Your job is to tune in, like turning the dial on an old radio until the station comes through clear. Have you ever noticed how your body feels when you're in flow? When you're aligned, even for a moment, things click. The right person calls. The idea drops in. Your shoulders soften. That's the field responding to your frequency shift. And when you slip back into doubt, watch how quickly that clarity fades. The field is neutral. It mirrors your dominant broadcast, nothing more, nothing less. So how do you tune in consciously? Start with the simplest ritual. Pause, breathe, ask, which version of me am I broadcasting right now? Is it the one who trusts, the one who fears, the one who tries so hard they forget they're already worthy? Neuroscientists at Stanford remind us that even a few conscious breaths can shift brainwave states, calming your survival circuits and expanding your awareness. That tiny pause is not nothing. It's you becoming the conscious observer, the wave collapser, the frequency shifter. If the quantum field is a living mirror, then your life is always speaking back the truth of your energy. A harsh truth, maybe, but also the most empowering, because you don't need to manipulate the world outside you. You need to become the version whose vibration already attracts what you desire. Picture your thoughts like ripples on a lake. What you feel, believe, and embody is the stone dropped into the water. The rest is reflection. So pause with me now. Place a hand on your chest, one on your belly. Feel the quiet hum inside you. Ask, am I tuned to lack or abundance? Fear or trust? Separation or connection? This is not a performance. It's an invitation to choose your frequency, moment by moment. What do you think? Have you ever seen your life mirror something you didn't even realize you were broadcasting? Share in the comments. Your story might spark someone else's awakening. Stay with me, because in our next chapter, the heart, frequency generator, we'll reveal why this humble organ is the real power source behind your field, and how learning to tune it might be the missing link you've been searching for all along. Have you ever paused long enough to feel what your heart is really broadcasting? This is the heart, frequency generator, the hidden power source humming beneath every word you speak, every thought you think. We often imagine the brain as the command center of our reality. But what if the real conductor is lower, softer, wiser? HeartMath Institute has shown in decades of research that your heart's electromagnetic field is up to 60 times stronger than your brain's and can be detected several feet outside your body. Your heart is not just a pump, it's a living magnet, tuning fork, and wavemaker all at once. Imagine two people in the same room. One's mind is repeating, "I'm calm, I'm open," but their heart races and their breath is shallow. The other closes their eyes, places a hand on their chest, and breathes with gentle gratitude for a real moment of warmth, maybe a memory of laughing with a friend, or the feeling of morning sun on their face. HeartMath studies on HRV heart rate variability show us that when you feel genuine appreciation, your HRV shifts into coherence almost instantly. That's not just a nice feeling. It's a measurable signal that stabilizes your nervous system, calms your survival response, and opens you to new possibilities. Think of your heart like a tuning fork that sets the tone for your entire body. When it hums in coherence, every cell feels it. Like magnets aligned in the same direction, they amplify each other's field. Gratitude is not fluff, it's the magnetic force that brings your broadcast into harmony. It's like wave interference. When two waves meet in phase, they amplify each other. When out of phase, they cancel out. Your mind might say, "I am ready." But if your heart is out of phase, tight, armored, frozen, your signal scrambles before the field can mirror it back. So here's a micro practice for you. Right now, close your eyes if it feels safe. Place your hand gently on your chest. Feel the warmth of your own skin. Breathe in through your nose, slow and soft. Now, recall a real moment, not an imagined wish, but a real memory that warms you from the inside out. Maybe it was a quiet morning coffee, a loving gaze, a burst of laughter you didn't see coming. Hold that. Let your breath follow that feeling. This is how you tune your frequency at the source. You don't have to fake trust. You don't have to force abundance. You magnetize it by letting your heart broadcast a field of coherence that is impossible to fake but powerful to feel. Bruce Lipton reminds us that belief shapes biology, but the heart shapes the rhythm that carries that belief into your cells. It's not about perfection. It's about practice. Every gentle return to your heart's true warmth is a ripple that changes your electromagnetic story. What do you think? Have you ever felt that difference when you're thinking positive, but your chest is locked, versus when gratitude floods you like a sunrise inside? Tell me in the comments. Your story might be the reminder someone else needs to come home to themselves. And stay close, because next we'll step into the body, antenna of your future, where you'll see how every cell becomes a receiver and amplifier of the timeline you choose to live, not someday, but breath by breath. Right here. Have you ever realized that your body is not just a passenger on this journey? It's the antenna of your future. This is the body, antenna of your future. You can speak affirmations, dream big dreams, even flood your heart with warmth. But if your body doesn't trust it, the field won't either. Your posture, your gut feeling, the subtle rise and fall of your breath, they all whisper to the quantum field what's real for you. Think about it. When you say, "I am safe to receive," but your shoulders are hunched, your stomach is tight, and your jaw clenches, what signal does that broadcast? Your soma, this living, sensing body, is the bridge between thought and frequency. Neuroscience reminds us that your nervous system learns through repetition and safety, not force. This is neuroplasticity, the brain and body wiring new pathways not because you force them to, but because you gently rehearse the feeling of the new reality until it becomes familiar. Too many people sit in meditation, trying to visualize a future, while their body stays locked in the old survival pattern. That's like trying to tune a radio with the volume turned down. The signal never reaches the field clearly. Here's the twist most people miss. The quantum field responds to embodied signals, not wishful thinking. A fantasy is just that, a distant, untouchable thing, unless your body learns to trust it as safe and real. So, when you're practicing your new reality, rehearse it like a memory, not a wish. If you want abundance, Don't just see the money in your mind, feel how your shoulders relax, how your belly softens when you know you are supported. If you want love, don't just imagine someone loving you. Feel how your chest opens, how your breath slows when you trust that love can land. Try this now. Close your eyes, drop your awareness into your belly. Breathe slow. Recall a real moment, however small, when you felt safe and expanded a hug, a laugh, that brief moment of freedom when you didn't have to pretend. Let your body remember that feeling. This is how you start broadcasting coherence. You're not just tricking your mind, you're teaching your cells a new frequency. Your gut feelings, your heart's pulse, your breath, they form a living feedback loop. Research from UCLA shows that when your posture shifts from collapse to open, your brain chemistry changes, your mood elevates, your confidence naturally grows. This is your antenna recalibrating. So what would happen if, instead of pushing harder, you trusted your body's signals and tuned them gently, every day? What do you think? Have you felt the truth your body tries to tell you even when your mind wants to rush ahead? Share with me in the comments. Your experience might help someone else see that they're not broken. They're just learning to trust their antenna. Stay with me, because in the next part, the shift from effort to coherence, you'll discover how to stop forcing the signal and start living in a state where reality naturally bends to the frequency you truly hold. Have you ever felt like the harder you push, the further your dreams seem to drift away? This is the heart of the shift from effort to coherence. There's a hidden tension most people carry. They believe reality changes through sheer mental force. More affirmations, more vision boards, more willpower. But here's the paradox. Effort is mental. Coherence is vibrational stability. Your mind shouts its desires, but the quantum field listens for the signal beneath. It's not your desires that shift reality. It's who you become when you no longer need to desire. Think of it like a river. Effort is standing in the middle, trying to push the current backward. Coherence is stepping into the flow, trusting the water to carry you where you're already aligned to go. Eli's story is a perfect mirror for this. For years, he chased success, reading every book, scripting every detail, burning out in the process. His days were a checklist of high-vibe actions, yet his nights were restless, haunted by the fear that none of it would stick. Then one day, he did something radical. He stopped. He closed his journal, stepped outside, and asked himself, what if I'm enough, right now, no matter what manifests? In that moment, the push dissolved. Within weeks, the client he'd been chasing for months called him back. Why? Because letting go stopped repelling what his effort had been holding at arm's length. Stanford studies on stress show that when we live in a state of constant effort, our body floods with cortisol, signaling survival, not abundance. In contrast, coherence, a regulated nervous system, an open heart, a trusting posture shifts the whole field around you. Imagine walking through a garden. If you stomp through the soil, pulling at seedlings to grow faster, you damage what you crave. But when you cultivate the right conditions, warmth, space, light, growth is inevitable. So what does that look like in real life? It's not about doing nothing. It's about doing less forcing and more aligning. Sit with your desire, then breathe into the version of you who already holds it lightly. Feel the difference between, I need this to prove I'm worthy, and I am worthy, so this naturally comes. Subtle? Yes, but in the quantum field, subtle is everything. Pause now. Where are you still fighting the river? Where are you still gripping what wants to come through an open hand? What do you think? Share with me in the comments. Your honesty might break someone else's cycle of force too. Stay close, because in our next step, the ritual of identity collapse, we'll dive into how to gently let the old self dissolve, not through struggle, but through the sacred act of becoming the version of you whose very frequency pulls in the life you've been chasing all along. Have you ever felt the quiet weight of an old self clinging to you like a second skin? This is where the ritual of identity collapse begins. Imagine your identity as a loop of frequencies, thoughts, emotions, postures, tiny daily habits that hum the same signal to the quantum field. To shift it, you don't fight, you witness. First, map your old loop. What story do you repeat? Is it scarcity, unworthiness, the fear of being seen? Name it out loud. There's power in calling your ghost by its name. Then, breathe into the new frequency you long to live. Feel it in your chest, your gut, your bones, not as a wish but as a truth that's already here. This is not performance, it's vibrational truth. Anchor it through something real and simple. A daily micro-gratitude. Research from UCLA shows that just 2 minutes of heartfelt gratitude rewires neural pathways, training your nervous system to feel safe holding more. Each small moment, the warmth of morning coffee, a kind word, the quiet of early dawn becomes a stake in the ground for your new signal. What do you think? Can you sense what part of you is ready to collapse into something truer? Tell me in the comments. Your reflection might remind someone else they're not alone. Stay with me, because next, in final declaration and call to embodiment, we'll stand together at the threshold of this shift, not chasing a dream but living as the frequency that makes it inevitable. What if your greatest becoming isn't something you chase, but something you finally allow yourself to be? This is our final declaration and call to embodiment. Remember this: thoughts spark, feelings magnetize, identity anchors. You are not here to force a new life into existence. You are here to tune your signal until reality has no choice but to match it. Imagine each breath as a ripple through the quantum field, each moment of coherence a quiet command. This is who I am now. So pause. Feel it in your body. Feel the old self loosening, the new frequency humming beneath your skin. Stop chasing. Start broadcasting. If this resonates, write it below. I choose coherence. I am the signal. Let's anchor this together, breath by breath. And if this journey moved you, gently tap like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss what comes next. Our next chapter is not just another lesson, it's you, fully embodied, living as the frequency you once only dreamed of.